Next up on WTV, All-State, a sneak peek of 14 Days of Love, and today's Sports Minute. WTV's Daily Update starts now. Hey there, Red Hawk Nation. Today is Tuesday, February 2nd, and I'm Karina Grokhovskaya of today's Daily Update, brought to you by Wingspan TV. For the next week, we are taking the update on the road in different locations around the school to prepare for our installment of 14 Days of Love. Some students on campus are among the highest-ranking musicians in the state. WTV's Keitha Goodmani has the details.
Students from all three musical performing ensembles on campus made one of the Texas All-State ensembles this year, competing against over 70,000 students throughout the state. 8 students in band, 7 students in orchestra, and 1 student in choir ranked among the best high school musicians in Texas. While there will not be a TMEA All-State clinic this year, making state is still a notable accomplishment.
I feel both proud and grateful that I made state, although there won't be a clinic this year. It feels nice to know that my accomplishment was recognized in some way.
I'm super excited to have made All-State this year, especially because I started working with the music last July. And I had my final audition this January, so it's been a long process of working with that music, and it feels really great to have finally made the All-State Choir this year.
With auditions having to be recorded instead of in person this year, students had to change the way they practiced.
It is a lot of practicing because everybody comes so prepared, especially with this year it being recording. I wasn't sure how results would come out, but it was just more practice and practicing using recording and testing how I sounded in recording versus in person.
While submitting recordings created new challenges, it also had benefits.
The auditions all were virtual this year, and they didn't have the sight reading component like they usually do, which was definitely interesting because we had to adjust to a new platform to submit our recordings. But I think that it was nice because I didn't have to deal with all the nerves of live auditions and having to sing a sight reading piece on the spot. So I like that, but it was really tempting to keep recording over and over again until I thought that I had a recording I felt good about. So I think that was a little bit tricky, but I'm really excited with how it turned out.
Reporting for WTV, I'm Keitha Goodmani.
One of the school's longest-tenured coaches has decided it's time to retire. In today's Sports Minute, WTV's Ryan Shapiro takes a look at the career and impact of wrestling coach Tim Brennan.
Longtime assistant wrestling coach Tim Brennan, better known as Coach B, began his career on campus in 2006 when the school opened and has seen the program take off since it was first launched.
It has grown beyond my wildest expectations. All right, we had kids that couldn't even fill out a singlet. Our first year, we only had freshmen and sophomores. We wrestled a varsity season. We were 3-29 was our dual meet record. And the goal was get a lot of meets, so we did a lot of dual meet tournaments. So we grew from that.
Brennan's fingerprints are all over the Red Hawks wrestling program, according to fellow assistant Justin Coons.
The legacy here at Liberty, he's impacted greatly, and what he's brought is invaluable. He started the program here 15 years ago. He's built this program, and it runs through him, through his coaching, through his attitude, and the wrestlers really are attracted to him. So to replace the impact that he has had is going to be a challenge for sure.
For head coach Cody Bridwell, Brennan's care for the wrestlers is perhaps his greatest impact on the wrestling program.
Wrestling greatly mimics life's struggles in many ways, and so with that, it was always Brennan's goal to help you guys realize your potential, but also push past the barriers that you thought you had. And so we say a lot of the same things, we just say it in different ways. And so I would say that was probably one of his greatest attributes, was caring for the kids or caring for our athletes long after they're gone.
According to Coach Bridwell, Brennan's ability to connect to his wrestlers can be related to his inner kid.
In a lot of good coaches, you're going to find a quality of what I call like a Peter Pan. In other words, it's, Coach B is 72 on the outside, but on the inside, that dude's still 15 years old, and he's still having fun. And so I think if you lose that inner youth, that inner kid, and you can't enjoy the sport anymore, you shouldn't be coaching. And I think, honestly, that was probably one of his greatest strengths, was he always kept that inner kid alive. And
before coming to Liberty, Brennan coached at the St. Mark's School of Texas, and a few weeks ago, a former St. Mark's wrestler wrote Brennan a letter thanking him for all he had done and congratulating him on his retirement.
I love coaching. I love the kids. I love the good kids. I love the new kids. I love the goofy kids, right? I love the fact that in the world, everybody's different, right? And we all have different beliefs, but the kids mean everything to me. And that's why I do it, and that's why I did it this long. The tough part was, when could you say goodbye? Because there would always be a new group coming in that you get attached to, but eventually you've got to say goodbye.
On Friday, the wrestlers held a farewell ceremony for Coach B to let him know what he means to them.
What I'm going to miss most about Coach B is his kindness. He approached everyone with a smile. It didn't matter the day. Like, it could be the crack of dawn for an early morning practice, and there's Coach B smiling and making everyone laugh. Like, I don't think I've ever met a more kind-hearted person in my entire life.
Giving thousands of hours to the Redhawks wrestling program over the last 14 years, Brennan brought his time on campus to a close with some last words for the wrestlers.
Not everybody's going to love you, and that's okay, right? The people that matter, your family, your friends, they matter.
Returning for the Valentine's season, here's the preview of Day 2 of Wingspan's 14 Days of Love.
How did you guys meet?
Oh, shoot.
I feel like our friends, I guess.
No. I think just in school, really. Just around school. Yeah, that's what I think.
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
If you're looking more from Wingspan, you can follow us at Liberty Wingspan on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, or visit our award-winning website, libertywingspan.com. And now for today's announcements. Want to be on Wingspan's 14 Days of Love? Scan the QR code below. The payment deadline for AP exams is Friday, February 19th. You can pay for your AP exams online through onlineschoolfees.com. Email Leslie Thompson at thompsonle@friscoisd.org if you have any questions. That's it for today's daily update. This is Karina Grokhovskaya for Wingspan TV.